No. I put your milk in. Join VRC today for all your racing needs. Racing happening Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Every day of the week. Championships consist of 6-week, 10-week championships. Come enjoy the fun at the Virtual Racers Club. Here at Virtual Racers Club, no one's too slow and no one's too fast. Come today to join with the VRC. Tuesday night coming up is the Aston Martin GT3 World Endurance Service. Sign up today for 6 weeks of hard-hitting racing at the Virtual Racers Club. Thursday evening, the continuation of the WRX Challenge. Who will win the championship? Matt Psycho coming on strong later in the season as Anton Boyka leads. Friday night, starting soon, the Stock Car Championship. Watch the cars, Nissan Silvias, fly around certain ovals. Dedication to American racing. Join now. Still room for sign-ups at the VRC. Check out the Virtual Racers Club YouTube channel for all your racing needs and join the VRC Army at the www.virtualracersclub.co.uk website and buy some merch today.
Hello.
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 How are you?
I'm all right. You?
Yes. You got all your stream and everything all sorted out? Ready?
Yeah, all ready, all done, all ready on, and all that lot. So.
Oh, cool. Well then, will I begin?
Go on then.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We are here for our weekly pit stop on a Sunday evening. Me and Skyjacker are here to fix all of your emotional needs. That's it. This is a breakdown for men's problems. Now, Skyjacker, how are your balls? Nuts, sorry.
They're fine, thank you.
They're all tightened up. Good.
Yep.
What about your top end? Is that ticking away nicely?
Yeah, that's ticking away, tickety-boo.
And the head gasket is fine?
Yes.
Cool. Well, Skyjacker, that is pit stop. Now it's down to you. You can join us here on stage for anything. I mean anything. We'll open up the roster for whatever you want to speak about during this Discord. I can't keep it up, Skyjacker. I've tried. I did loads of adverts as well. I don't know if you...
No, well, I was out having a cig and I walked in and heard you heard you saying like VRC merch and whatnot like that. But the stream was already running, so the stream would have already caught it. So.
Oh, yeah. I was just. I thought until I hear anything different, I thought I'll just do a few adverts. So that's all right. It's how I can take some of them. Lift them straight off YouTube and put them on the back of little TikTok things.
Yeah, you could do, yeah. Add a little sting over the top of them, or put them over a little sting. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
The big news from today that I have seen is that GT3 Wes is open for sign-up, isn't it?
I have seen that today, yeah.
Yeah, baby. So if you're in the little crowd listening for this, get yourself signed up for a bit of Tuesday. I think it's 1 hour racing.
90 minutes. 10 minutes of quali with 90-minute race. Yep.
90-minute race, that's it. Hour and a half. Yes, so you can't do a replay. He should put it in the rules that if it's not going live stream, they should do 45s.
Yeah.
It should be a demand.
Yeah, demand for you.
Yes, right then. So, the week in Virtual Racers Club world, I suppose we will start. I don't know, I haven't looked on Discord, the tables or anything.
SEC is done, WRX isn't.
Oh, it's not even done, not even penciled in.
No.
I streamed it specially today just for the pit stop.
Sorry.
It's all right. It doesn't matter.
I'm slacking.
I'm only joking. I don't care.
You sure?
I'm not taking part in it. It's not my...
you sound very much like you care.
Have we got drop scores? Drop score standings after round 5 revised. Okay.
Yeah, I made a boo-boo. I missed out a score for each round, which, according to Racer Brown, Pat pointed out. So thank you very much, Pat. I like having...
Yeah, cheers, Pat.
Yeah, we do need my work auditing sometimes. So, yeah, cheers, Pat. Not in a sarcastic way, any way, shape or form. Genuine. Thank you, Pat.
Mine was.
Mine wasn't.
Pat keeps offering to come in the comms box, and it feels like I'm coming up with one bad excuse after another, but it really isn't. It was... it wasn't a bad excuse. On Friday, which one was it?
Friday. Yeah, Friday.
The race on Friday. Yeah, he was off to come in the comms box, but he hasn't got a PS5, and I don't think you can screen share between different consoles because me and DG tried it once and it just would not work.
Oh, okay.
And I tried to say, like, if there was just 2 of us in the lobby trying to look, it'd just be a mess because I'm imagining
you'd be looking at 2 different things.
With what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and you'd be looking at 2 different things, but that might not be so bad thinking about it because, you know, as we know, especially with no replay function, you do miss quite a bit from what I've seen so far.
Of course.
So obviously, you've always like do the miss bits and pieces anyway, but. With no replay functions, it's exasperated a bit with GT7, isn't it? Might be a good thing. I don't know. Might be worth a try. Especially.
Well, we might. I know he really wants to try and have a because he loves Bathurst. I think he wants to jump in the comp box for the last round of SEC. And I thought, like, while I was doing it, like you said, it wouldn't be so bad with him in the background. He might not know what I'm watching, but I suppose there's things he could just keep me updated with, like saying,
or just point out,
yeah.
Or do what Pat does when he's watching the stream anyway, and looking at people's fuels and tires and strategy and stuff like that. So I reckon it could be worth a shot. I mean, SEC isn't full either, is it? So having having another person streaming from spectating in the lobby won't be a problem.
No, we'll give it a go. But with Friday, it was all a bit last minute anyway, and I hadn't even read the rules, so I wasn't sure what I was doing.
You don't ever read the rules, though.
I try and have a quick look. Yeah, but I know the rules are set now.
Yeah, now we
pin them down. It's 6 weeks, so I'm all right.
Yeah.
I know their liveries. So, yeah. Oh, I'm doing SEC anyway. On drop scores. Sorry, I didn't even read them out, did I? Wowzers. Whoa. Round 6 is going to be a big one in the Swift Suzuki Endurance Challenge Cup Championship. Because Homesick Alien and Racer Brown are both at the top of the table on 73 points. Is it down to wins? Racer Brown's got
podiums.
1 win, 2 wins. Yeah, Homesick's got 1 better place on the podium. So Homesick Alien. Oh, that's a lot of pressure for the Alien and Racer Brown going into Australia, isn't it?
Yeah. Mega tight.
My word. Well, Racer Brown is easy, isn't it? Racer Brown just says, no, we're not postponing it. We're going to carry on. Homesick Alien will either lose his testicles or lose the championship. It's up to him.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Hasn't it been voted that it will be postponed?
Yeah, but, it's Racer Brown's last word, really.
Yeah, true.
The vote was just an opinion.
Yeah. I was just trying to find the vote, but my PC is running slow.
You've been looking at those slides again?
No, it's my work PC, man. Fucking hell. Not that.
Is it monitored? Can you not look at those slides?
It is monitored.
Oh, gutted.
So
that would make me want to look at sites even more so, just for them to have a laugh at.
To be fair, man, I'm waiting for him to turn around and go, why have you got Discord and Streamlabs on your work laptop? In all honesty, but...
Just say OnlyFans and he might not even want to talk about that. He might go, okay.
But just on a note, while we're here quickly, while I'm interrupting Thingy, please don't drop me a message because it's really slow and it takes me ages to load it up and read it. So just wait till after. Anyway, you were saying, so SEC, where we at? Racer Brown and Homesick.
They only send you messages in the...
You what?
In the chat.
Yeah,
They only ever send you messages in the chat. That's how you bring information to the pit stop.
I know, but it like when I click on it to go and have a look at the message, it takes like what feels like an eternity to load. So
you've got to have your mobile. See, I've got.
No, but if I try, if I log in to this, oh no, that does work. I thought if I logged in on my phone, it would kick me out of here. Or is it that I can't? Yeah. See, now it's gone now. Reconnect. Hello? I'm lost.
Is that it? Is that it? The YouTube's finished, everything's finished, it's all dead.
No, that was me joining the pit stop on my phone and it kicks me out on my PC. That's what I was looking at. But yeah, anyway. Hey.
If it is ruining it for YouTube, your YouTube. We're on YouTube as well. I know you're listening to us here.
Well, I know that a lot of people like to listen back.
Well, that's what I was just about to go on and say until you interrupted me. Go on.
I'll shut up. It's all right. Carry on.
No. I was saying, because we don't know how to record it audially and MP3 it and then send it out as a podcast, which ideally that would be the best way. We live stream it onto YouTube, so you can listen back at your own leisure.
Yeah.
Sorry, Skyjacker, what were you going to say?
Nothing.
Right then, Snorlax is third in the championship on 71 points. That's only 2 points behind the leader and Snorlax. Would you have put money on Snorlax? I mean, obviously, who knows what the talent's like when people first join, but
I think Snorlax, after the first 2 rounds, probably not. No.
It's impressive stuff, isn't it?
He's come alive in the at Spa and Interlagos. Came alive. Let's hope that he can handle Bathurst as well and take it to the 2 aliens. That'd be fun.
Three-way championship, yeah. So Snorlax on 71 points, only 2 points behind the leaders. Ensign Newer in 4th on 56 points. He's 3 points ahead of Jim, who's in 5th. Jim's had strong form this season, but his races seem to disappear after the pit stop. So let's hope Jim fixes that issue and gets a good position ahead of Ensign Newer to try and claim that 4th in the championship. Guesty is 6th, also on 53 points. That's a tough one for Ensign and Jim. Guesty is absolutely flying when he does fly.
Yeah.
When it works, Guesty's really on fire.
Yeah.
Bazza in 7th on 44 points, ahead of Majid, 8th on 31 points. Jokers is 9th on 29 points. And Bandit is 10th on 26 points. Obviously, not everyone's taken part in every race. And, yes. So that's the Swift. And it's postponed for a week, we believe.
Yeah.
And we'll see that championship come back a week on Tuesday.
Yeah. A week Tuesday because of the old Wives' Day.
Lovers' Day.
Wives' Day. Let's face it, the only reason nobody's racing or nobody wants to race on Valentine's Day is because otherwise their nuts would be in a vice or in a handbag or they'd be sleeping on the street. So.
I reckon I could have got away with it, but I thought rather than have that conversation, I thought I'd have that conversation with Racer Brown first. I thought I'll have the conversation with Racer Brown first, because I reckon that conversation is a lot easier than having the one with my wife.
Yeah. Yeah, I would... I wouldn't want to be even entertaining trying to race on a Valentine's Day. I think I know what the answer would be from my wife. So I don't blame anybody for not wanting to. Yeah, I love you loads. Here you go. Go and have a race. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get glared at enough when I get my seat out anyway.
Oh God, my seat's still out. That's how lazy I am. When did I last race? TCC.
Yeah,
and I can't be asked to put it away. It's just shoved in the corner.
Friday.
That's why I should have let me doing it.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I promise after every race it'll go back away again, and then it doesn't. It just sits there for the duration of the championship, and it gets in the way.
I'd have to, otherwise I have to get mine out and put mine away again. Otherwise, it'd be sitting in the middle of the living room, and I would get told off repeatedly. So
I see mine's in the dining room in the way of the conservatory doors. Luckily, it's winter, so they don't get used that often.
Okay.
And a couple of the cupboards. I get a tut every time she wants to go in the cupboard.
A loud tut with a glare, yeah?
Yeah. I nearly bought your rig.
Yeah? It's
not your actual rig, but the rig you've got. Yeah.
Mm.
The Homesick Alien sent me something on Friday or Thursday, one of the two.
Mm.
Sent me a link to Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
And yeah, just in the town very close to me in Fareham, someone was flogging one for 60 quid. And he had all the bits. He said it was relatively new.
Yeah.
Just he was moving, so he couldn't take it with him.
Okay. To be fair,
I was getting all excited about this new rig.
Mm.
And I messaged him and he said, yeah, I'd love to sell it to you. I've already said okay to someone, but they're messing me around. If I've not heard from them from 6, you can have it. But I never heard back from him, so I guess he heard from the other person.
Got it.
It's disappointing.
Got it. But to be fair, I know that obviously it's all relative, but the rig's not actually that expensive to buy brand new, really.
150, innit?
Yeah, 150 from Curry's, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I am tempted. It's just I've already got quite an expensive rig, but I'm just not that comfortable with it. I've got one of those rocker chairs.
Yeah.
But I have to put a beanbag behind it, or I just start laying back further back every time I put the accelerator down and roll back. And I've got one of those Amiga stands, which is lovely and solid because your stand is just like one in between the legs in it, and I always wonder if that's comfortable or something.
I used to struggle because what I've done is taken the clutch pedal out and moved my brake over to where the clutch pedal was. I used to feel it, especially in the 2.5 hours, like having my knee slightly twisted would hurt after an hour and a half or so of racing. But it's a lot better now that I've got just both my legs down either side of the pole, nice and straight.
Yeah.
But I'm literally at the limit of what my rig can handle, like height-wise. So.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's a little bit small.
I'm not very tall. I won't be worried about that.
No, that's all right. You'd have it on child setting, would you?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not that short.
Go on, how short are you then?
I'm not 6 foot. I think I'm. See, I like to say 5'8" to be safe, but my missus says she's 5'8" and I'm 5'10".
Okay.
I always shave off that 2 inches just in case, because I'm sure I've said 5'10" before, and then when I got measured by the doctor, she was like, "Oh no, you're 5'9" point something or other," and I'm like, "All right then."
Well, if it's over 5'9.5", then that's 5'10". If it's less than 5'9.5", then it's 5'9". So that's the way I see it.
Whenever anyone asks, in my head I think 5'8", but I think it's actually 5'10".
Right. Okay.
But
so you're not that short then, really.
I'm not terrible. I'm just average.
Yeah.
Homesick's taller than me.
How tall's Homesick?
I think he's 6.
Okay, so I'm taller than Homesick.
Yeah. Oh.
Good.
I think so. Yeah, I think he's about 6.
I'm 6'2".
6'2". Tall people. I've always been jealous of tall people. I haven't got like a short syndrome. I've worked with some short people. I used to work with someone. Yeah. They had a pillar for when they drove.
Yeah, a cushion, a booster seat.
Yeah, he had a booster seat. They used to have a cushion on their car. It was amazing.
Was it an ISOFIX booster seat? No, that's the important bit.
It was just a homemade. It was just a cushion from home.
Yeah, I was sorry.
You'd have on your sofa.
Yeah. Just a cushion. Well, fair do.
Yeah, just a cushion.
I've worked with some short people before. They get angry when they can't reach stuff.
So yeah, I've never had an issue with the height restriction or anything. But I'd love to be taller. It must be cool.
I don't know.
Just looking down on people must be fun.
I don't know. Never really realised it before. Never noticed.
Especially little angry people.
Yeah, I don't get me wrong, man. It was fun when my kids were little, and like when they get really angry and they start like swinging their arms around, and you can just put your hand on their head and just. I'm just as tall as what I am now, so.
Oh, lucky. Yeah. So that was Sec. The last race.
Yeah.
Was it Interlagos, wasn't it? Very tight all the way for an hour race. It always amazes me after 60 minutes when you guys are all still bunched up.
Especially with like the different strategy. Was it Ensign?
Bandit, I think.
Bandit? Ensign?
Yeah, Ensign. I think there was a couple, because Bandit usually likes to go late, doesn't he? I think, there was a couple that went on there early, and I thought, surely it's probably best when your tyres are low. I mean, your fuel is low, sorry, not tyres.
Yeah, I mean, I'd always try and do it so that I don't know, looking at it with like Homesick, Snorlax, and Racer Brown around about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So then
I think
you get
they timed it perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be just over 20 minutes probably with your last stint on hards. But Jim didn't run really late, and then had a decent fight back through after that weird glitch thing that I saw in the steward's room.
I think so. You're asking me.
Oh, true, yeah.
Have you not watched the stream?
I have.
For heaven's sake.
No, I have watched it. Right. But yeah, Jim had a fight through at the end when other people's tyres were older. And,
no, I do remember. Yeah, he did sort of go for a last ditch, and he was flying through. Yeah, actually, I do remember that. You know, I remember I've done 2 streams.
I like you asking me if I've watched it. You commentated on it.
Yeah, I know. Well, I remember Jim. I think Jim had to come back on the. I don't know if it's the Vipers, but I'm sure something today. I don't remember. Or Friday night. I can't remember. I know he had a real good go at someone.
Friday. He was fast on Friday.
Yeah, that was it in the Aston Martin. Yeah. Looking forward to the GT3 Wes. Yeah. But his name's not on there.
Well, that and GT3 Wes is Group 3. Friday was Group 4.
Oh yeah, that's it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got it mixed up.
Sorry. Easily done.
So yeah, so that was SEC. I don't remember anything. We better move on. And then we got the WRX, but we haven't got the mud. Oh man, that was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I need it clearing up, Skyjacker. Actually, while you're there, Did you see any of the stream of the WRX challenge?
No, I literally was listening to the first race whilst I was looking for shrimp after clearing out a filter in my shrimp tank.
Okay.
After
find shrimp?
Yeah, I found loads, like about 50 of the buggers.
All right. Yeah. Nice.
Why?
So, because it was just the dust. It was ridiculous. You couldn't see a thing. I went in car, and it was just a blanket of like yellowy, browny, sort of dustiness, and you didn't see where the cars were. You couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
And Matt Psycho said, yeah, that's what it was like in the game. But Matt said it wasn't as bad as that in the game. Right. But you didn't see, so what does it matter?
Well, I didn't see, but I know that it was quite bad, especially in the last race in the dark.
Oh yeah, I gave up with that one.
It was tough, but I mean, I had 3 appalling races as it was, so yeah.
Yeah, but I saw in Discord you lot were just asking around in chat, weren't you? You, Coy, Dan.
Yeah, we were talking to Barry about Yorkshire puddings and toad in the holes, and yeah, it got weird at one point. We're talking about other things, but yeah, it was really, really funny, really good laugh. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ask if it's like them Belgian shoe buns or some sort of sexual thing?
No. Well, we can ask him now. Ask him now. He's in the audience.
Yeah, but I think he's mad with me. He doesn't like the names I give you.
Oh, mate, he loves his nicknames. He loves all of his alternative names. Yeah. He loves it.
I thought he was going to scare someone off in the week when I said, what was it, Fix-a-Licks?
Yeah, Fix-a-Licks, yeah.
And then he starts saying, he'll start calling you Licks a Dick, and I'm like, I would never do that. That's a terrible thing to say. Poor sod, I'm surprised he even turned up. Thinking, I don't want to be called Licks a Dick.
Yeah, I think even Barry mentioned that he might have gone a bit too far with that comment. Hey ho.
I was going to answer with something like, look, I don't advertise what I do in my personal life. But
So, do you remember when you were a kid and used to say them things?
I licked a dick.
No, no.
He was a lot older than me, and he gave me a lot of sweets, so it was worth it.
Oh well, there you go then. Yeah, there you go. He taught you a lot, did he? Yeah, this is taking a dark turn. Let's get back on the racing.
No, go on. Remember, I was talking about licking a dick, and you went, remember when you were a kid? And I was
no. Do you remember like when you were a kid, like the idiots say what?
Yeah, I do that to my kids all the time as it is.
Do you lick a dick
day? Pardon?
Yeah. See. Anyway.
Yes.
Well,
So WRX, you couldn't see out in the dust. You had a terrible race, but you were having a laugh. So that's the main thing. Matt Psycho won 2 races. Now, what's this? I thought Matt Psycho was scared of the dirt.
No, he's actually
and been a big.
He messaged me after the stream saying, not after the stream, the other day about he doesn't have a problem racing on dirt, and to tell you that he doesn't have a problem racing on dirt.
Okay, fair enough. It's just that I always thought he was a big. I always thought if there was dirt, he'd be in the chat saying, well, "Why are we doing that?" And if we ever did any kind of rally stuff, he'd be like, "I'm not doing that." And I always thought he was very vocal about he didn't like the dirt, but I may be wrong.
Yeah, but if it isn't high downforce for Group 3, Matt generally isn't that keen. But he's loving WRX, he's telling me. So, yeah. Yeah,
he's doing well in it as well. It's a shame he's missed a couple of rounds. It's going to be interesting.
Interesting, yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, because how many has he dropped so far? Has he dropped both to...
I think round 1 and 2. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, so he's dropped 2 rounds already. He's got to take part in the rest. And can he maintain that on a Friday evening? Party boy that he is.
Thursday evening.
That's the one. All right. I've done 2 streams today.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, Matt's already dropped.
I'm going out now.
Round 1 and 3, Matt's dropped.
There's a desperate bloody Dan.
What about Dan? What?
Pushing me to do the Vipers. I wouldn't have done them Vipers otherwise. It was because of Dan, and he didn't even win one. I thought he was going to win one. I thought that's why he was pushing hard for it. My heart sunk when I opened up the second race and there was 6 cars for 30 minutes. I just thought, he stitched me up here, hasn't he? I bet all of these cars end up spaced out after 5 minutes, and it's 30 minutes of me trying to push out my ass to talk about.
You should be good at that, though. I know.
One of the nights I lost it, I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
Friday, I think I started losing where I was.
Yeah, but it's quite a...
It's all a blur.
I mean, I don't know, that Daytona road course is weird anyway. Not a fan. Just to put that out there.
Hey, we had Magic take his first win at the VRC. So big up to Magic if he listens to the YouTube later, or if any of you guys in there out there listening, tell him. Good one on a great debut win. A few debut wins happening, isn't there, really, with Lax as well.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago.
Majid, didn't he... Who was it? Was it Digi and Talaran?
Digi and Matt Psycho. I thought it was... Yeah, I thought Matt Psycho had reared Digi, but apparently in the chat it sounded like they hadn't. So I don't know.
No clue.
They both went off in turn 1, and I thought Matt Psycho was really close behind Digi, so I thought there was a bit of contact or something, but I didn't see it on the stream, and I don't have Zed.
No, you don't have replays. No.
Come on, Kaz, it's been ages.
Well, they're not bothering, innit? They're, as you saw the other day, man. The rumour is they're already starting on GTA. Woohoo!
That's ridiculous. Isn't it?
Is, yes. But anyway, let's not rant. Let's just sell our PS5s and go buy.
Yeah, but I thought today, because I think Bandit had posted to someone about if you get one of them Androids, you can have an extra dashboard.
Yes, you can have like your tyre temperatures and stuff like that. Yeah.
I thought, do you know what? It'll be like in a year's time, and then it'll turn up that you could probably download some app on an Android, and you've got all of these different camera angles and loads of information while you're doing spectate or something. I thought maybe I should look into it. Someone's built something like that.
I don't know. That sounds like it would be quite intricate. A lot of coding would go into it. A lot of in-game, like taking coding from the game and stuff. I don't know how secure the coding is, but...
No. At this point, with Spectate, I could live without the keyboard if you just give me another camera angle. Just that close-in camera angle so I'm not looking at an empty road. Because that is the worst. when you cut to something and there's nothing there because they've already gone by. You're just thinking, oh, and you're waiting for the camera to cut to the next one, and you've already missed the overtake in the corner because the camera was pointing the wrong. Oh.
Yeah, it lingers around quite a bit after the cars have already gone past.
Yeah, it happened today. I think Catula pulled an absolute blinding move on, I want to say, Daz. And you're looking at him coming down straight into the corner, and Catula's pulled a lovely thing. And then I'm looking at an empty track, and then I'm looking at him exiting the corner with Catula ahead of Daz, and I'm just thinking, how can that happen? Even when I'm on it and I still miss the move.
That's the game. Barry says he doesn't like the bullet.
That's Pat. That wasn't me. Yeah, well, yeah.
He doesn't like Barry the bullet. He likes all the rest though.
But it's good. Oh, it was always the Belgian bullet. I wouldn't have named him the bullet. It was the Belgian bullet.
Well, either which one he says he doesn't like.
But it sounds like an assassin, and because of what his job is, that's why I like it. His squad could name him, say, this is a job for the Belgian bullet. My missus just watched the Bullet Train, so it's like all those funny names are on there.
Oh, okay.
It's quite cool.
Fair enough.
You can imagine a character called the Belgian Bullet on there. It's like a keen assassin.
Well, you've
got to turn these negatives into positives, Baz. That's what it is. Don't let anyone name you something you don't like. Turn it around to turn it into something good. That's what I say. Don't let dicks like me bring you down. You all right, Skyjack? Are you there?
No. Sorry, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
You're doing what?
No.
Pancakes on Tuesday, I think, isn't it?
Is it pancakes on Tuesday? No.
It's usually in March, I thought, but I'm sure my missus was buying a load of pancakes today, so I thought, oh, we must be coming up to Shrove Tuesday.
Well, I'm going to have to check my calendar on my phone now. Well done.
So yeah, we had a race at not Sardinia. It was
it's Tuesday after 21st is Pancake Day. All right, you're not dying.
I'm joking. That's it. It's Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day is Tuesday. Shrove Tuesday is the Tuesday after.
Tuesdays are big at the moment.
Yeah.
And then we've got the GT3 West.
Yeah. Okay, and what is it in the Aston Martin? Is it the Vantage or the DBR9?
I'm not quite sure, to tell you the truth. I don't know what power I'm on the WRX makes, that's why. So
the Vantage.
Next one for you lot at Suzuka, is that a one race, Suzuka?
What, for WRX? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay with the plan. I know we're bouncing all over the place, but I'm trying to just get through WRX. We haven't got a table. I'm guessing Anton Poik is still leading. Matt Sarko scored a good bunch of points, and Daz scored another good bunch of points.
No, the next round is a endurance race at Suzuka in the evening and in the wet.
And Quick Art wants everyone to know that the new Focus League is incoming. So get yourselves wet for that. I had to go into the bingo tonight, watch him going round.
Okay. Well, in the lobby?
During my last stream, yeah, if I'd go and watch him. So I don't know if he sorted out internet or not. He looked all right along the straights, but it's still that little shake in the corners, you know?
Yeah, it's a little shuffle.
Similar to what Baz has got. It's not terrible, but it's just a weird jerking in the corners.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be quite a little bit distracting when you're close to somebody. But is what it is. We'll just get used to it until the game sorts itself out.
He's still got post-trauma from the AXR League. But I did try and say to him in the chat, that had so many different nationalities in it. I think those lobbies were just stretched as thin as they possibly could be. So his small amount of lag that he usually suffers with would have been 10 times worse in one of their lobbies because of... It's that Kevin. It seemed to be to me that... Is it Kevin? The really fast... No, Kevin was the one I used to cover. It was whoever was in the Subaru that was Kevin's teammate that's ridiculously fast.
I don't know.
I
Nicholas?
can't remember his name, but he always was really jerky. I think his connection was really shocking.
Oh, okay. Well, there's one way to be fast, making sure there's nobody else can follow you.
Well, this is it. I wondered if his lap times were true because his car was so shaky. How did the computer know how long it took him to go? I think he used to put a couple of corners through his lag. All right then. So that's WRX challenge. Not much more else to say about that.
No.
Looking forward to a good race on. What is it then? Why is your season going the way it is? Is it just new game physics? Getting used to the new car, not having your bias and your other little thing diff.
Yeah, I could
play with.
I could make like probably about half a dozen excuses, but yeah, it's just me being shit. It's probably the best way of putting it. No,
well, I think that GT Sport was fine to turn up before a race and crack on. I think you've not got the miles on GT7 yet to be able to do that. You probably should be practicing for these things, or wait a season or two and then they'll be coming back to you again.
Yeah, I mean, I've basically written off my WRX Challenge season anyway. It's more just a learning experience now for me anyway. But yeah, the thing I'm suffering with the most is I can't, as the same with on Friday, I can't drive a car that I can't kick the back end out into the corner, if you get me.
Yeah.
Because I can't, what was it, Matt Psycho was talking about it the other day, or messaging in the chat, he can drive a car with the throttle, whereas I can't do that. I try doing that, that's when Spinjacker comes out of his box.
Sweet.
But I like it where you come off the brakes and then the back end wants to step out to then get my nose into the corner, and with no brake balance.
Touch of the handbrake might sort that out. Just a little quick tap.
Nah, I think that might be a bit too much, or kill too much speed. But
or take away your ABS brakes. Learn to try and drive with those brakes. I know it's
with a G29. Maybe if
out a lot.
Maybe if I'd done what Homesick's done and got some LC pedals, then maybe, but no, not on a G29, I don't think. My braking's shocking anyway. With no ABS.
It does feel a little better on this updated G29 that I've got because it's a heavier spring. I feel I'm not braking as heavy.
Well, what have you done to yours?
I feel like I'm only... No, I haven't. It's just the updated one. It's that G920 or whatever, is it?
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
My rabbit chewed through the G29.
Yeah, it did, yes. And didn't get electrocuted.
And it didn't fix it, so I bought that newer wheel because it's got the force feedback permanently, so you get that white finger as you're driving down the straight.
Right, okay.
And by the end of the race, your hands feel numb because it's just been vibrating through the race.
Have you seen the price of the Logitech DD wheel? I can't remember what it's called.
I wanted to get a direct drive. I looked at it and I spoke to my wife and we couldn't find nothing less than 700 odd, 800 quid. And it's just too expensive to be able to say, yeah, I want one of them. I don't play the game enough. That's the problem. If it was like Homesick, he doesn't play any other games. And he only plays racing games.
Yeah, it's worth the cost then if you're going to get the use out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas me, I jump in a race once in a while. I like to drive around on my own every now and again.
You're doing a whole season soon, aren't you? Is it starting next week?
It's only 6 rounds, though, isn't it?
It's still a season, though, isn't it, man?
Well, I was going to do the MTCC just to see. Well, it's just a learning for the GT7 because I don't know what the tyres are doing. I'm in the comms bot. And I don't know. I have no reference to what those tyres are if it's rough. Because I'll be saying, oh, his tyres are half worn. And on GT Sport, there was no way you guys could get a faster lap if your tyres were half red.
No.
And then one of you guys will go and get a faster lap, even though your tyres are sort of like half to a third red.
Yeah.
So I just don't get the tyre, what you're feeling with those tyres.
Well,
if it's just they're great up until they're not white at all,
it's probably about
how it used to be.
It's probably about halfway when you start getting a drop off in grip. It's my findings anyway. and then once you get to about halfway, if you're consistent, you're probably losing a tenth or two a lap. And then you get to the tiny little sliver of white at the bottom, and then that's it. Your grip's gone. It's like driving on completely red tyres on sport.
Well, I saw Racer Brown and Tyler had enough trouble with them in the Vipers. They run it all the way down to the red, and they both spun. Which I thought they'd done away with, because I remember when it first came out, the tyres, you used to spin, and there was no grip, and then they just made it so you didn't spin, but you just wasn't fast.
No, if you try to put the power down or whatever, you've got nothing at all. Yeah. It's like you're driving on comfort tyres.
Lovely.
So yeah, but I don't know. I think it's an improvement, but I think the relationship with Michelin has brought that out, because you see it with like GT3 racing. They're good for 40-45 minutes on the tire, out of the tires and the fuel, and sometimes they stop and don't change tires, whereas they top up with fuel and stuff like that. But I think it's probably closer to what tires are like in real life motorsport, maybe.
Yeah, well, that's cool. That's what you want. Realism is really what they should be striving for.
Yeah,
you would think.
Yeah, I mean,
not realism like ACC. That is just it's just horrible to drive. It's not fun.
I don't know. Some people like it clearly because they drive it and they still play it. So.
No, well, because I think they've tried to make it as simulation as possible, but I honestly don't give racing drivers that much. They're tuned in to that many things when they're driving around. You're looking out the front window and you're looking for your best line. I can't imagine that they've got all that other stuff going on that ACC thinks you're going to be looking at.
What's that, like tyre temperatures
on the radio, like just saying, like, asking who's where and stuff like that. They don't even know who's in what position in the race, stuff like that, or why there's someone in front of them.
Yeah.
They just get the information of their lap times, usually the deltas, isn't it? Because then you ask them, you say, well, the tyres feel fun.
Yeah.
And things like that. So
the team has all of that
information. The information that ACC are trying to give you, and I think it's a bit weird.
Yeah, but that information the team would have, and if you asked for it, the team would pass it to you. If you get me. Maybe that's the point of it. But again, though, it's like with GT7, one of the biggest ways to increase grip or increase tyre life is by adjusting tyre pressures, and you can't do that in GT, whereas you can in Assetto and some other sims. But yeah, anyway, I digress, man. Let's go into tuning. Let's not go there.
Hey, it's coming.
I know it's coming.
They made a tuning game.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think it is coming. I mean, we are holding off from it, but everything about the game is sort of, it wants to be a tuning game, doesn't it? You can tell they've made it to be a tuning game.
Well, yeah, but there is one for you.
The brake bias away, and that's such an easy thing to have. Even I think normal road cars have got things like that you can change engine drives, like from sport to just
comfort setting and whatnot like that. But I mean, even like in Formula One in Parc Ferme, they can still adjust the brake balance when they're out on track and whatnot like that. I don't get why they've taken it away as a tuning option. But I got a question for those that do the dailies, and obviously I don't know if any of the guys in the audience now do dailies on the regular. Are you allowed to tune for dailies?
I think there must be at least the third one, because I see it on YouTube. Daily thing where they like tune for this track this week. So I'm assuming they can, but they've still got BOP, haven't they? So I suppose they can tune up until what the BOP allows them to.
Well, yeah, but BOP is power and weight, isn't it? Whereas tuning's PP.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know either. I can't get my head around it.
As long as they don't take weight off or add power on, I suppose they can change. I don't know, because it all changes, doesn't it? The PP always changes. Change suspension and the PP.
Well, yeah, but PP is how well the car performs, doesn't it? So I don't know, but yeah, I mean,
no one's got their hand up anyway. So
No,
not
I know
a
that-
daily voice.
I know that the Focus League will be tuning. We'll have tuning involved, so that'll please somebody who keeps saying about tuning. And yeah, I'm
Yeah, Sunday.
Hmm?
The Focus, isn't it? On Sunday, I'll have some tuning.
Yeah. And I'm umming and ahhing about what to do after WRX Challenge. For anybody who's wondering, I am thinking about it. I don't know what yet though.
Excuse me.
What was that? Clios.
Clios or Golfs, get them out.
To be fair, the Golf
Can't
Cup
do anything
did.
with them, can you?
Golf Cup is one on my list, but with the Focus coming up, I don't really think I need two
too close,
leagues
innit?
tuning. H-back's on my list, but again, the bop on the Group 1 cars is all over the place with no brake balance as
huge.
well. Yes, I got a couple of things to work on. I think
Could HPEC work with just one manufacturer? One model.
Well, to be fair, it normally ends up to be 2 or 3 cars, doesn't it? Porsche or the 2 Toyotas.
Usually.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to
I know.
think on that one.
I know a lot of people have resistance against that, but they all agree that BOP's not working because now they've stretched BOP over fuel saving. But then in HPEC, maybe the BOP would work because they take fuel saving into account. You got to have to test race. You're going to have a BOP test, HPEC, another HPEC test race, I reckon.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I might pencil one in.
And ask everyone to take a different car out, and that means someone's got to go, Big Dan, you're in the Nissan.
Long boy.
The last person who drove that was someone had class as an alien, and they quit after about 2 races.
Oh, who was
He
that?
said it was undrivable. I don't know, it was someone from LNR, wasn't it?
Was it Sheep?
It might have been, yeah. Someone I think they pissed it in GTMC and then they just fucking bailed out of HPEC.
I think so.
And they spent most of their time facing the wrong way.
Yeah, it's a front-wheel drive car, though, isn't it, man? It's as sketchy as anything. Front-wheel drive
No,
with
big
1,000 horsepower.
You don't have to take the Nissan out. I don't think anyone wants to drive that. But yeah, you should have a test race.
Yeah, maybe.
Just with BOP, just to see if it works over a length, because that's what they're advertising BOP is. It's not just the sprint races. That's why it's ruining MTCC, because it's taking in account
all
the
sprint
fuel
races,
as well, isn't it?
Yeah. To be fair, though, Ensign
So
is a sucker for taking a dodgy car out.
Please, Ensign, don't take the Nissan. It's no good can come from it.
Is that the Nissan GTR LM? Yes, it is. And he said that he would do it.
You're crazy, man. Absolute crazy. It's going to be lonely. It's an hour and a half race, Peter, and that's the problem. It's not like it's just a fun 20 minutes frolic around at the back. It's an hour and a half of pain and misery.
And suffering.
Yeah, and spinning on every other lap.
It's worth a go, actually. Do you know what? We'll have that. We'll have the Long Boy Championship.
Yeah, that's the one. That's it. Do a hatchback, one make.
One make hatchback with the Nissan LM. That'll please Matt Psycho, that would.
Oh, man. I tell you what, I don't know why, I got a little bit sort of choked about the picture he put up in Discord today.
You what, sorry?
He put a picture up in Discord and I was quite choked by it. I was like, oh. He put a picture of his lad watching the VRC.
Yeah.
I was like,
cute.
oh, that's why I don't swear. Or try not to.
Try not to.
I nearly said shit in the last one. I styled it out to shinizzle. Shinizzle. So, right, then we'll talk about the stock car then. That's the WRX. We've moved on from that. I don't know what the first race is. I don't even look. It's a round track.
Daytona Tri-Oval. Woohoo, not the stupid road course. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because we've had 2 road courses in a row, haven't we? So, yeah. Friday is that. I don't know. It's going to be a sprint race and a feature race, I think. The 30-minute one is the feature, isn't it?
Sprint and feature. And yeah, it's basically using the ovals or short tracks. It's basically a mini NASCAR league, effectively, as Talaran was saying last Sunday. So we've got Daytona, Blue Moon Oval, Watkins Glen Shore, BB Raceway, Blue Moon Infield, B, Kyoto Miyabi, Northern Isle, and then the Hyde Speed Ring, which will be a wet race.
And I think there may still be spaces. I'm not sure. I don't think I saw where it's saying.
Yeah, we've got 10 out of 16 so far. So spaces. Six spaces left.
On that. Yeah, you'd think everyone would be bang into that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Things I know. Oval racing isn't everybody's cup of tea. A lot of people don't get it or don't understand it. But I'm sure we've still got a week to go. Well, 5 days to go. I'm sure we'll get a couple more bods signed up. I mean, obviously we've had a few new faces join in the last week or so. So hello to if anybody is new and listening to this on the stream or listening back. Hello, welcome to Virtual Racers Club.
Yeah, welcome. Someone said they were here for the commentator.
Yeah,
they've been watching the comms and then decided it's time for him to come in. Well, he's my favourite. He's my favourite.
Who was that? Was that
Titanium or something like that? He comes in the stream as well and says hello.
Is it? Okay.
I'm big into him. He's one of my favourites. I don't know, but there's been a Pep
Pasty.
Already signed up for the Group 3s.
Yeah, we've got Butler 89, CCSR. I'm assuming that he races with CCSR then.
Okay.
And then... Yeah. What else is there?
Yeah, one or two just said they were here to look, wouldn't they? Just have a look around.
Yeah.
Interesting racing. I think one of them was American, which was going to be tough for them to find spaces to race with us.
And TBSS Girl 21. Hello.
I think they might be the American that might struggle to find to race.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think I remember seeing the Facebook post.
Kinetic Neutron, just poking around. I really enjoyed the commentator live stream, so I figured I'd peel back the veil a bit. Kinetic Neutron.
There you go.
Hello.
You're right, is.
Yeah, your favourite.
Yeah.
See, this is the way to get your foot in the door is rub Thingamajig's ego a little bit.
That's it. Just compliment me. I am way up for it. It's the boss. Last week we didn't correct him once when he kept real naming us.
No, that's the boss, isn't it? It does what he likes. He's the boss. You just he don't really like using our PSN names, does he? Whereas you and I don't really like real naming each other. But when he's up and talking, I can't help it. I think I slipped out your real name a couple of times.
Oh yeah, I don't care about my name. I'm Ryan. Everyone, by the way, I'm not worried about my name. It's one of those internet things where they say you shouldn't do it.
You shouldn't do it.
So I don't.
Yeah. It's to be fair though.
I didn't want to get into the habit because I remember Nick's, was it ESL or one of the others, SBR? One of their commentators used to say everyone's real names, and it looked like such a pain in the ass because they were having to look down what their PSN name was to what their real name was.
Yeah.
And I just thought, I do not want to go down that route. I am happy with
PSN names. I mean, I'm not even a fan of this. I'm not even a fan of the silly nickname thing on GT7. What's the point in that? I don't get that.
Yeah. You can't get to choosing the replays as well, which is annoying.
Can you not? It's always just nicknames. Is it not a preference?
Nicknames in the replay.
Not any options?
No, not that I've seen, no.
I've got a question for you.
Okay.
Barry asks, have you already got the two subscribers that you were after on YouTube yet? His mum subscribed, so only one to go, I guess.
I think I looked, and it was only messing around. I think we were on something like 268 at a guess when I said it, and I think the last time I looked, we were on, 286 or something.
We're on 287 now.
We're on 292 at the moment. So yeah, we have. But I'm always going to say I want them to subscribe because it's such a low number. That was the joke of it. Like, targets for next year. I want 1,000 subscribers. I want extra 10,000 views, and I just thought, because I've heard that's what like YouTubers come out and say, well, for next year we're going to go for another 100k subscribers, and so I thought going for 2 subscribers.
2 subscribers for the year. Get in. Achieved. Goal
Low
achieved.
expectation. But yeah, Baz, I think we've exceeded the target. But thanks to your mum, bless her. I'd love to meet her.
Rambo's mum. Belgian Rambo's mum. 1,000. I don't have. He doesn't have enough relatives to get us to 1,000 subs.
No, I wouldn't dream of it either. It was just. I think I must have heard one of the kids' YouTube videos in the back. Not there, but one of them they watch, and I'm sure he was like saying, the targets for this year, because it was their 2022 to /23 sort of thing, was we want 1,000 more subscribers. Get your friends, share this video. Let's do it together. We can do it. Really trying to con the kids into spreading.
Into spreading the word for them and their horrible message, subliminal message intertwined in their videos and stuff. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
The hate speech.
Well, yeah, probably.
Like that Andy Tate. I'd never heard of, but both my kids seem to know him very well.
Don't even get me started on Andrew Tate.
No, get started. Why not? We've got
half hour left, I suppose. Yeah, why not?
I don't know when you go in. 9:30.
9:30. Yeah, normal time. But to be fair, no, a lot of what he actually talks about is absolute nonsense, and the guy is so egotistical and so arrogant, it's unbelievable. But there's one or two bits that he does come out with that actually makes a lot of sense. But there you go.
What about the sex trafficking and stuff?
Oh no! Just about the way that the elites run the world and all that sort of stuff.
Oh right. No, I've only ever seen one video. My kid showed me one video when he got arrested, and I was like, "Who bloody hell's this dude?" Then played me one video where it's like, but he was just slagging women. Not saying they're less than us. Of course they're less.
Oh yeah, no.
They should do what we want them to do and stuff like that. And I was like, I said to me, it's my 15-year-old, and I went, "You don't honestly believe that about women, do you?" And he went, "Oh no." I went, "Thank God." No,
he does. He does talk a lot.
Watch on the internet.
A lot of what he does talk is a load of twaddle, but he's like I said, the vast majority of stuff is a load of crap. But I like some bits and pieces. But then it's only when I'm flicking through TikTok. Oh look, Andrew Tate. Oh look, no, that's a load of nonsense. Flick past, keep flicking. But I like the what's his name? Peterson, something or other Peterson. He's a psychologist, and he's brilliant. He's a good one to watch if you're ever lost for a few minutes. Oh. But we've lost Bandit now. Woohoo! Well, not woohoo, but bye Bandit. You've had enough of our blurbing on about crap. Yeah, I've had enough now. They're not talking about racing.
He's been angry lately, though, Bandit. Now he's not here. We should address. Bandit seems to be very angry in the chat.
In what way?
I don't know, that thing with the damage. We only had it on normal damage, like we always have it.
We always have it on light damage.
I've had enough. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Well, hence why I put back it was light damage with a shrugging emoji. I've noticed though it takes a lot longer to clear on 7 than did it on Sport.
Yeah.
Plus you can't.
I've noticed that. I wonder if they've had another accident when I've gone back because they're still driving around.
Yeah, it does take quite a bit longer, and you do get, like if you had your front splitter broken on Sport, you can just carry on driving as normal, maybe lose a couple of attempts, but on 7 you lose quite a bit of time, quite a lot of grip. But, yeah. Anyway.
I was really surprised by that when that popped up, and I was just like, "Hey Z, what's the matter? Calm down." So yeah, we've done the stock car stuff. So focuses are coming. Everyone who likes their Sunday evening racing. I don't know how we're doing that.
I don't know either. Because
I guess you'll be wanting to take part because you get itchy for your Sunday night racing. So
no,
we're doing pit stop with Racer Brown.
I'd be if you want to do a pit stop with Racer Brown, you can, or with Homesick.
Homesick will not speak. I don't know why you keep bringing it up. You'll not. There is no chance on earth. The only chance you'd ever get to get him to speak is, I don't know. Actually, I really don't know what would get him to speak. You saw the video, didn't you? That his
yeah.
Brother did.
Yeah, I did see that. But no, didn't I swear we got Homesick up here up on this once before? I swear we have. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have. But yeah, Homesick, if you're listening, come do a pit stop with Thingamajig. That'd be fun.
We do a pit stop whenever we see each other. We just chat about VRC. It must get right boring.
Let's say me and Coy have spoken to each other on the phone a couple of times in the past, and yeah, just sit there for about an hour and a half on the phone. I want to driving somewhere or whatever, something like that. But yeah, it's like that time we did one when I was driving back from Hull.
Yeah, that was handy for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, that kept me awake. And you sitting there on the edge of your seat waiting to hear crash, bang, wallop.
Yeah, no, I was waiting for the whoops. I was waiting for a woo. I'd rung in. I'd give them your number plate. They're just useless around your way.
Down my way.
There's someone in your boot.
I drove half the length of the country.
Yeah. And I told them there was someone in your boot, and I give them your number plate, and I was just waiting to hear the siren.
That's a good job you didn't have my number plate then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Clearly you didn't have the right one. I ain't got a car. I wasn't in a car, I was in my van.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, no, mate, I thought we were going to be doing the replays for the stock car on a Sunday.
Well, as the last video got banned.
Did it? Did it actually get banned?
I don't know. It's never turned up. It doesn't show up in the VRC library.
None of it.
It just disappeared. So I don't know. I don't know if it was the error code thing that YouTube decided, no, we're not letting that out. It's a virus, or if it didn't get past quality control after Talleyrand watched it and thought, I'm not letting that go.
Oh, maybe. So, yeah, it's not there.
But next time we do it properly, it was MTCC. We did the first race properly. It's just after that, the reverse grids, it was just four-wheel drive cars driving past everyone. It didn't seem like a real race.
Well, that, and I think also because we already knew that at that point that it wasn't going to be a full season, and we just turned into a bunch of waffle, didn't we? So
yeah, it was kind of a pit stop / MTCC. This is why, and a breakdown of why this didn't work.
Yeah.
What the F is going on with the BOP. But now we've all sussed out that the BOP is done over a fuel. So, but how do they know what length race and what tyres and fuel depletion you're getting? Do you think the BOP would alter with tyres? So if you had like a 15-minute race, so you decided to have fuel depletion at 10, so it ran out after 15 minutes or something, would that level out the BOP between all the cars? Because the BOP won't change, would it?
No, but I think it's more that the BOP is calculated for taking fuel consumption and tyre wear into account. So it doesn't matter whether you do a 15-minute race or a 90-minute race or a 3-hour race, the BOP would be the same on the same track. But I've also noticed that they have 3 different types of BOP. They have low, medium, and high-speed BOP.
Okay.
So different BOP for different tracks is what I've seen anyway. I swear I've seen it. So there is different. Each car has its own three different BOPs, if I remember rightly. I think I might be right with that. I'm sure somebody will know better than me.
Let's get everyone to buy F1 2022 and do that.
Let's just buy Xboxes and go play Forza. Dead silence. Nope.
Jesus.
No, I wouldn't buy an Xbox. But
Microsoft monsters. Yeah. So we've done the stuff. I'm still trying to keep it on track. That's it now. This is free chat. This is
free chat. Yeah. So you got 25 minutes if one of the four guys down the bottom there want to steer the chat or have a go at us about something, or campaign for tuning, or no.
Did Big Dan like Friday night?
Big Dan, did you like Friday night?
I got it to work.
What did you get to work?
You hear? His car and his name.
His car and his name?
Yeah.
Am I missing something?
It's Big Dan in the Nissan.
Okay.
Friday, he was Big Dan in the McLaren.
McLaren. Is that why you kept saying McLaren?
Yeah, to rhyme with Dan.
Okay. I did wonder what you were going on about.
Because it rhymes. I thought
it rhymes. No, I get it. I just, whilst I was racing, it was a bit like, what's he going on about? McLaren. It's not a McLaren.
Big Dan in the McLaren.
It's a McLaren.
That doesn't rhyme with Dan.
No.
Doesn't work.
No. N10 in a McLaren.
Could have done that, but it was a one-off, so that we were using nicknames again.
Yeah. So is that what you do, live streams then? So
have you been on GT7 today?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did I did a couple of the mission things.
Oh, right. What, earlier today? Or
earlier on today, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
I did the what did I do? The race around Bathurst in the Jaguar GR3, which you don't need to stop, but if you don't stop, you've already overtaken first place by the time you get halfway through the race, so it's really boring.
I don't hardly ever go on the missions, I must say. A good way to earn money, but
no, they're not really. They're not really.
Well, I think it's because I'm trying to do them one by one, and there's one where I'm stuck. And
which one's that?
I've not gone beyond that. I can't remember. It was Porsche's really old cars, and you have to go under a bridge and get ahead of all of the cars.
Is that the?
It's the comfort tyre thing, and when you turn to go under the bridge, the fucking back end always wants to go on you.
Big Dan is saying that the human comedy missions are good. I can't remember which ones they are. No,
I don't know. That's something new they've added, because I haven't been in missions for a long time.
Well, you got what, seven different chapters. I think the last one that they've added is all 1 hour endurance races in different cars.
Oh, right, that's not too bad. I won't mind that.
So one of them, the first one from memory, is a 1 hour race around Tsukuba in the Max 5 cars. Yeah, those
lovely.
ones apparently.
Max 5. Get Talleyrand to let you do them on a Thursday. What other things we do on a Thursday? You've got HPEC, GTMC, but what kind of screws both of them over?
Yeah, VGTS.
You've got the VGTs.
Yeah,
that's one model. You get away with that.
Yeah, but the next one on the list
Ferrari,
is the next one on the list is the Peugeot. But I'm thinking of getting rid of the list and starting again.
Starting again.
Yeah.
Get them Golfs back out. They were fun. Wasn't that the first one?
Well, the Golf Super Sports, yeah, that was the first VGTS. To be fair, I even really liked the F. We still need the Gordini Championship, according to that was Racer Brown's creation. That ain't my creation, mate.
What's that?
The Gordini one, the little Renault Gordini thing that they raced on the Christmas party thing.
Okay, yeah. Oh my god. On that outside test track. Why haven't we raced anything on that yet? I love that little thing.
That's really dodgy. It just drops like a cliff. It's more like a cliff than a hill. Jesus,
so cool.
Land Rovers would struggle to get up that if it was in real life.
I know. It's so much fun. I took a little 155 around there. It was right fun.
I don't know what I want to do, to be fair.
You've got that as well. If Talleyrand's happy for you to do it, them red dials things, they were good.
Radicals,
whatever they were.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know. I'm weighing up a couple of options.
So many choices.
I know. I mean, well, obviously we got.
Say screw the pop.
The thing is, we've got. You think about it. We've got GT3 West, so that's Group 3 endurance racing. We've got Focus coming up, which is tuning, and we've got the SCC coming up, which is Group 4 one make. So I don't really want to go for another tuning series, and I don't really want to go with another one make. So it's trying to balance something that will work. I don't know. I've got an idea in my head. No, that's Super Formula is Talleyrand's baby, and I'm not touching. I'm not touching Super Formula. No.
It doesn't work anyway with the weight. I've been thinking about it. He'd have to do a season where they can't do the weight bias. The best thing you could do is make the winner of the last race use hard tyres, possibly, and that's still a shit way to go. But you can't check people's weights. So
no, you can't. You can't make sure that everybody's on the same. Yeah, on what they're meant to be. Yeah.
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 So it'd be a tough season to do unless it was just everyone was on the same.
Mm.
Or
like you said, just the podium, from the last round have to use, or the top 3 in the championship have to use hard tyres, and then the next 5 in the championship medium tyres, and then the rest can use softs. But obviously, then you've got the pros and cons of longevity and you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, an alien's going to be able to. Yeah, exactly that. An alien's going to be able to take a set of hards over 2 stops of somebody else on softs or something like that, aren't they? So,
I mean, I don't think Talleyrand wants to put that much effort into trying to rewrite the rules of something that already works.
No. But that's the thing that we are.
To get that perfect.
Unless we get the same lobby features that we had in sport, we're going to have to look at rewriting a lot of our stuff, I think.
No. But without FIA or anything like that, I don't know if we would ever get that again. They don't seem to care about the racing, let's be honest. They care about the cars.
Yeah, it's more about the cars, isn't it? It's less about the actual racing. But I don't know, one of the things I've got in my head is an FF Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Audi TT Cup, yes.
Well, no.
Sprint and feature.
Again, though, don't really want to go down the route of a one make, but I think the 4 or 5 FF cars would be quite evenly matched, especially over the 60-minute race or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
there's something I've got in my head anyway. And then using the soft as an option tyre, and the hard as a mandatory tyre, and the medium as a free tyre. I don't know. Work out the details.
Yeah. Me and Homesick, when we did it in, I can't remember what they were called, LPB or LPB or something like that racing. I don't remember what they were called now properly. It was an L. They did quite a cool championship that it'd be nice to see. They did 3 races in one make, but it was like the road car, the Group 4 car, and the Group 3 car, like 3 15-minute races. And so the road car really sort of like balanced it out a little bit.
Barry says he doesn't care. He just wants to see tracks we don't use very often.
Who said that?
Barry.
Well, Baz, the challenge was put out there. I'm still not seeing anything, my friend. I'm not seeing someone trying to find a space in the calendar to show us what is what.
What do you mean?
He's been around long enough. He should be organising races by now. What's wrong with him?
Who, Barry?
Yeah.
No, what's wrong with Barry? Barry's all right. Barry's sound. You leave Barry alone, you.
Yeah, Bazza can't make his mind up about Y's and R's. That's the problem with Bazza. It seems to be when Bazza's
no. Actually, to be fair, no.
Down. But when you're not around, he likes getting his R's out.
No, it's whether or not there's a question mark at the end of ready.
Oh, is this what it is?
Yeah, so I always ask ready with a question mark. So obviously Barry's response is, yes, I am ready. So he puts a Y. All right, obviously Race Brown, Homesick, Talleyrand's, they just put ready with no question mark. So Barry's response is an R because he is ready.
Oh, well, then you're incorrect for putting a question mark next to your ready, because it's just ready for get your eyes out.
Yeah, but the thing there is that I don't follow, what's the word? The herd. I do what I want to do. My my thing is why. I will always do why. Thank you. Even if it is just for absolute humour reasons between me and you, this series.
Well, when you do log back into GT7 and all those notifications come up, remember there is no Y in troll. Now, anyone out there listening, I'm not saying go to Skyjacker's profile and put an R on everything he's shared. I wouldn't say that, because when he logs in, he's just going to get loads of notifications about comments, and you know, that's not a cool thing to do. But if you feel that you're on GT7 one day and you want to give Skyjacker a little smile, feel free to go on to anything he shared, replay, liveries, anything like that, and just a little comment with R. That's all I've got to say.
Right then, guys. So when we're next on live and thingamajigs, you know, going on about followers and stuff like that, what we need to do is just spam the stream chat with Y's and yes.
Yeah.
Just spam them.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck with that, because normally the only people who are watching live are
We're all racing.
They're racing or Matt Psycho's or Homesick's mum or Barry's mum now that she's subscribed.
And my mate Kinetic.
And your mate Kinetic, yeah. But yeah, so just, spam Y's everywhere if you can.
Yeah. Well, you've tried that before and it hasn't worked. So
I have tried it before and it didn't work.
You know, you'll just take a nice screenshot of the notifications when they come up. I'll check that.
Yeah.
Just out of interest. Yeah. You have 43 new comments.
Yeah, so I want to see your Discord notifications now, mate.
In mine?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Your phone must be on fire.
No, because I'm in stage on my phone and I've turned the iPad off because it kept saying it's not connected.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's 21 from you. Oh, wow, you've been busy. You've doubled up in some of them. Did you just get too excited and forget to press enter?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. There's one more.
Hey.
Right. Should we think about wrapping up then? I think you and I are like starting to scrape the barrel with this going on to the R and Y war. Nobody else is
trying to troll each other.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah.
Well, it's only because I saw the boss was trolling you in the admin chat the other day. Was it the admin chat? No, I think you did it in open chat.
Yeah, general chat. Calling me a menace.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. For putting a Y.
I thought that's why I bring it up. Yeah, everything's good in the virtual Racers Club. Lobby numbers are low. But it seems going around all the other race groups that everyone's struggling. No one's really interested in racing at the moment. There's not a big influx of people out there looking for some good, solid racing. We've got a core group,
shit.
so there's nothing to fear. We're going good.
Well, we feel,
Anyone
what,
thought?
10, 12 on a regular?
We're getting 10s, aren't we? 10s to 12s, yeah.
As we've always said, man,
that one was 6 on Friday, but, I mean...
It was a one-off. But we're never really particularly worried about lobby numbers anywhere, are we? Because we're all about the racing and the quality of racing more than the quantity. Well, I mean, don't be wrong, man. It would be nice to see 15.
The new game would be an influx of
yeah, but I think if we jumped on the bandwagon like a year ago, give or take, when it first came out, we probably would have got full lobbies. But I think because we waited so long, I mean, it's nice to see Digi coming back. In all fairness, obviously, like we said about the new people in the club earlier on.
Yeah, well, they've all been good as well. Who have come? Majid, Snorlax, C. Reed. He was getting the lap times. I mean, it was
strategy in the 2.5 hour, wasn't it?
It was tough. I hope he hadn't scared him off his chat. He's still in the Discord, but he's not really signed up to anything else yet. But yeah, the 2.5 hour race is not a good judge to go by, but he was doing the lap times in that 2.5 hour race. He just put hard tyres on, which was
not the best.
We've all learned through a couple of years of racing that hard tyres are just not worth it.
Not worth it when everybody else, when you don't have to use them.
No.
Well, Pepe Pasti is signed up for stock car as a reserve. Mr. Reese has signed up as a reserve as well. And I see that Pepe Pasti has signed up for GT3 West as well. So
there you go then.
Yeah,
cool.
Early days, but yeah, we'll get there. Days. No need to worry.
That means Baz and Big Dan aren't the new boys anymore, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't think. Look, Baz has been here over a year now. I don't think you can class him as a new guy. I still think of him as
a new boy, yeah, because he's still one of the last lot in.
Yeah, true.
Big Dan.
Yeah, Big Dan, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, they're part of the old firm now. So what's Baz's issue? What does he want? More different track?
Yeah, more tracks that we don't use very often.
Like what? Dragon's Trail?
Oh, Dragon's Trail is shit. I won't use that. But Corey does.
I like the Seaside. Not the Seaside. What's the one where
Gardens?
Killing. Chicane. Gardens, yeah. I love that section where the corners keep going right. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a little bit like Istanbul, a little bit, isn't it? Turn 8 at Istanbul. But
yeah, I'm surprised we don't use that one more, because that's and the first corner in that one, that really long
sweeper.
Yeah, I'm surprised that one doesn't come up more often. It usually gets used in MTCC, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
It fits well with that. What other tracks? I'm trying to think. Well, like Cinquar, because I think it's like one of them they don't get used, but they're always coming up in our championships. That we do use, like your Alsachis and your Cinquars.
Yeah, I think it might be more of the new ones, Dragon Trail, like Deep Forest.
And Red Bull.
Hey, leave off Nürburgring. You.
Is he talking about Green Hell? Because no one wants to race it. That's why we never use it.
Well, I know Matt Psycho's always the one going on about Green Hell.
Yeah, but he's the only one, and then he has to bring his mate Little GP along to make up numbers.
Just to make up the numbers. Nobody else wants to. No, I think he's more on about like Deep Forest, Trial Mountain, Road Atlanta, Watkins Glen. But then there are obviously tracks that...
We haven't used Watkins Glen. I've got to say, I can't remember streaming Watkins Glen yet.
No, well, that's in stock car, isn't it? But yeah, there are tracks... There are tracks even from sport that we seldomly use, and there are tracks that we just point blank don't use, like Horse Thief Mile, for instance.
Beautiful.
Apparently, those tracks. So the new tracks he's on about, not the tracks we don't use very often. He's on about the new tracks that we've not had a chance to use yet.
Yeah, I was going to say we're still only into our first 2 championships of GT7, WRX Challenge, which you I don't know what tracks you've not really used any of the new tracks, but you've still used the old calendar, haven't you?
No, basis. Well, I again though, I wanted it to be more like a glorified test season, but I do have Trial Mountain in there. That's round 9. But yeah, I wanted to see more like the differences between the games, if you get me.
Yeah, it's just side by side, that one, so that's fair enough. Zek, he's used, I'm sure,
Road Atlanta.
Something.
Zek has had Road
Atlanta, didn't we?
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong one.
No, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, Road Atlanta was round 3. And shit off.